guys, welcome back to Spot On Podcast. This is again Adulting One-on-One. We are your weekly dose of entertainment with a punch of wisdom. And just like that, Jay, it's been 3 weeks since we launched our pilot episode. I want to know how you feel about that. 3 weeks
Woo!
na.
Tagal na natin naglolokohan, H. Alam mo yun? 3 weeks na.
Ako naman, personally, excited. Kasi plan lang to before. And yet, we're continuously doing it. So, I'm just excited for what's ahead. And eto lang observation ko, I feel like we're running on full speed now. Daming nangyayari ngayon every fourth quarter of the year.
That's true.
Ang daming reports, year-end reports. I'm sure that you can relate. Everyone is preparing for the holidays. I don't know, shopping, whatnot, whatever. Pero ang point is, ang bilis-bilis ng mga pangyayari.
I know, right, H? And if you can remember, March lang, pandemic, lockdown, April, and look at us now. December na. December 21 na, girl. 2021.
2020 pa lang. Oh. And because we're now in a hurry to rip off another page in the calendar, syempre wag naman ulit tayong magpahuli. Diba? And understanding better our financial journey. Diba? So, let's get right into it. Today, we're going to talk about what's our definition of our individual financial independence. So, medyo similar to the first and second episode, this is again another taste of our own opinions, diba? So, ikaw, para sa'yo, how do you define financial independence?
Well, for me, H, personally, I think as long as you're able to save, pay your bills, and still a lot of portion of your finances for leisure, then you can consider yourself, or for me, for example, I consider myself financially independent. And most especially the fact that I also don't get any or ask money from my parents anymore. So I think that's a good mark or measure for you to gauge whether you're financially independent. Because other people, they would like ask their parents for the gas, for commute, for the things that they want to buy, or like luho, diba? So for me, if you're that kind of person, this is just me, okay?
Mm-hmm.
You can't consider yourself financially independent because you still ask or you're dependent to someone else.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're no longer dependent to anyone else, then you can consider yourself as financially independent. Also, I would like to give credit to those who actually pay for the education of their siblings, because I do know some people who do that. Or who does that. And okay naman. I mean, for me, financially independent sila because they're able to budget their finances, pay their own bills, and still pay for whatever is necessary or requirements for their siblings. And I guess some people may say na, oh, maybe I'm not yet financially independent because I have to pay this, I have to pay that. That's okay, as long as the money or the source of those funds comes from you.
It's literally from you.
Yeah.
No one else is giving you that amount of money for you to afford something. Tama.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. That's for me. And how about you, H?
Ako naman, honestly, I've read in some other books that they refer to financial independence as being able to live your life fully, pay your expenses without having to work for a job or get employed. Personally, in my opinion, at this current economic condition, similar yung definition ng financial independence ko with you. Regardless of how much you're making, I guess, and how much you're saving, as long as you can afford the things that you need and want by yourself. And yun nga, you don't really ask people to pay for it, or you don't really ask for the help of other people to help you afford something. That's a good measure, sabi mo nga, that you are actually financially independent already. Also, can I just add na pag kaya mo nang i-sustain yung sarili mo, regardless of what type of income you have. Other books would even say that you have to have investments, you have to have this certain type of savings, you need to be able to acquire this and that, just to have a passive income, and then you are categorized already as a financially independent. To be honest, I don't really disagree, no, but I don't also agree fully. Kasi para sa akin, you are financially independent if you can sustain enough na yun as a proof that you can really pay for your own. So, yeah, I think mamatch yung definition natin of financial independence. Ito lang, what if there are people who are financially independent for themselves, pero nakatira sila sa house ng magulang? Para sa'yo, okay lang ba yon? I mean, at the moment, pandemic and all.
Well, of course, right now, pandemic, you want to make sure that you have enough cash. So the main goal now is cash preservation age. So with that, I mean, that's fine. That's economic. That's strategic to do. But, I think in the long run, you would want to aspire for something higher. Meaning, meaning you're able to pay for your own rent. But for now, as you're starting and whatnot, that's okay. All I'm saying is that if there are other ways to actually lessen the expenses of your parents, like you pay for the grocery, you pay for the utilities like Meralco or like the Wi-Fi.
The bills that the Converge or PLDT or whoever the internet provider is.
So that's okay.
Tama.
It's not as if you're too dependent that you all rely to your parents for the finances. So more of mag-ambag ka naman. You pay a portion of what your parents are paying. At least with that, you also practice, paying expenses, paying bills. Because that's how you also exercise budgeting.
Exactly.
Because I guess some parents, I think their practice is, anak, don't pay for the utilities, I'll pay for everything, blah, blah, blah. But what some parents do not realize is that they're actually
depriving. And holding,
pwedeng depriving, or you can see it on a different angle wherein you're actually teaching your kids to be a wimp because you're letting them rely on you solely. So
exactly.
But if you try to push them, exercise that you should pay this, you pay that, this opens the reality to your kids that there are those kinds of expenses that I have to allocate. So the salary that I get, it's not just because I put it to my savings and then that's it, and then buy whatever shopping. That's not the reality of it.
Of life.
The reality is you have to pay for other bills. And as a kid or growing up, you don't see these things because someone else pays for you, diba? So
somehow there's a concept of being sheltered in the sense that supposedly at this, wag naman age, pero supposedly at this phase already you're earning, tama, you at least contribute to the immediate bills. That's right, I couldn't agree more. So our takeaway here is, number one, you are financially independent as long as Jay and I are concerned, if you can sustain yourselves already. So regardless of whatever saving, investments, or mutual funds you have in there on your pocket, on your envelopes, as long as you can already afford the life that you are currently living for yourself, your basic necessities, your groceries and all, then congratulations, you're financially independent. But of course, don't forget to save.
Yes.
Can we just stress that kahit maliit lang, importante meron tayong natatabi on a monthly basis.
True. And you pay your bills and whatnot, and then you're able to enjoy leisure. You're able to travel. You don't ask your parents, "Ma,
naman.
pay for my airfare." No, I mean, that's your own agenda, so you pay for it.
Kaya nga maganda, you also practice saving kahit sa mga maliliit na aspect, so that when it comes to bigger things, you are already practiced enough to save up for the bigger goals.
That's true.
And right before we wrap up our third episode, we're going by very quickly, as you all know. Jay, I want to know what you have spotted for the week.
Me? Ano nga ba?
Ano?
Firing range. So I tried this firing range somewhere in Marikina. So it's called Armscore.
Okay.
And so basically, it's open space, firing range with targets for rifle or handgun practice. So what I've tried is 95mm, 45mm gun and rifle. So super nice experience siya. So syempre mga goals ko, headshot goals. Yeah. So para pag may tumarantado sa akin.
Wala bang heart goals? Wag. Dead agad yun pag headshot sa heart. So, okay,
sa head.
Head.
Para patay din. So anyway, So yeah, so that's what I spotted for the week. So it's a nice try.
Ako, what I've spotted this week is I gave this to you, diba? Yung
yeah.
Kaylee Gourmet na dairy products, a dairy product. So they have butter, cheese, and milk. And basically the good things that you need when you cook and bake. I've given Jay a sample, but if you guys would like to see what they're offering, you can follow them on Instagram. That's just at Kaylee Gourmet.
How do you pronounce that?
And that's just Charlie Alpha Echo Lima India Gourmet. DM them for your orders and taste the difference in your cooking. Kasi masarap talaga, especially their butter and milk, can I just say. And that's it. we're wrapping up our... You better taste that, huh?
Oh, yeah.
We're wrapping up already our third episode. If you're listening to us on a different time zone, on a different country, thank you so much. We are already claiming it, and
Yeah,
that's
that's
it. Bye!
Bye.